Well, hi everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal, and the word of today is coincidence. Hi everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal, and I've been out shopping, and I just want to tell you why sometimes it's a really good idea to just go with what your mind is telling you to do. I was busy shopping, and I've had a lot of things that I've already done today, so I wanted to get the shopping done fairly quickly. But I was busy in one aisle, and I suddenly went down the aisle that has the soda or cool drinks or whatever you call it in pop, whatever you call it in whatever country you're in. And I don't go down that aisle normally. And then as I'm going down, I felt thirsty, which is, of course, Pavlovian. That's what they want you to feel. So I actually picked up a bottle of Coke Zero. And then, because I was thirsty and I wanted to drink it immediately, I looked for somebody who was, a person from the store to just check with them if it was okay. So I found this guy stocking shelves who looked more, I hate to say this, but more intelligent than your average person. And I stopped and I said, I wonder if I could ask you a question. And he said, sure. And I said, I just bought this Coke Zero and I would really like to drink it as I shop. Would that be all right, or would you consider that theft? And he absolutely gave me this most adorable smile and said, no, the fact that you've stopped to ask me tells me everything that I need to know. And I said, really? He said, yeah, believe you me, the fact that you stop and ask if it's okay tells me what sort of person you are. So I said, oh, okay. So then I got chatting, and once I got chatting, I noticed his name tag, because I wanted to call him by his name, and his name was Lorne, and I said, and then I noticed he was the assistant manager. Now, what he was doing, stocking shelves, I'm not quite sure. They must have had people off or something. But he and I got into quite the conversation. And, they call stealing out of stores shrinkage. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you guys know that. And so we started to talk about shrinkage or theft from grocery stores. And he was telling me that you would not believe the amount of theft there is today. And that, quite honestly, that parents don't seem to mind that children, for example, steal things, and the parents don't mind stealing it either. And he was saying that the other morning, a woman came in and took a whole lot of baby formula and was halfway down the block with it before they realized she'd left the store without paying. And they stopped her, and they went, they rang up all that she had in the cart, and it added up to, if you can believe this, $2,500 worth of baby formula. That's what she walked out of the store with, $2,500 worth. And I said, why would anybody take $2,500 worth of baby formula? And he said, well, what they do is they then ship it to a third world country and sell it there, because people really want the North American products because they're better quality and they have better ingredients in them. And I said, you're joking? And he said, no. By the way, big market for razor blades, big market. And he was going down the list. And he said, you would not believe how much of that leaves the store every day. I said, you're right, I wouldn't. Well, then, because we were in chit-chat mode, I can't remember how we got to it, but he was telling me about an experiment that they did. It had to do with drugs. And they said they did an experiment with rats where they put one end of the rat cage, they put pure, beautiful drinking water, and at the other end, they put drugs in suspension, in another bottle. So it was drugs in water, shaken up, and then the rat could drink from either one, and the rat chose to only drink the drugs and died. And I'm thinking, why would he tell me that? And then it turned out that he had a brother who was a drug addict, and that was why. And then he said, then there was a guy in Portugal who saw that experiment, and they did another one. And what he did is he bought, he made what can only be called the Rat Disneyland. And he made this incredible sort of biosphere, if you like, of things to entertain rats. Games to play, bells to ring, all sorts of things like that. All sorts of things like that. And then guess what? One end, plain water, the other end, drugs. Now, I don't know about you, but I was pretty sure that the results would be the same, and they weren't. Most amazing thing was that in the biosphere, where the rats had lots of things to play with and entertain themselves with, and things to learn and games, the rats chose the water. Now, if you've got anybody in your life that is addicted in any way, you might want to hear that one. And this is about a lot of drugs, apparently, are done from boredom and, and coping. And, we know that it's a way of masking what is going on. And the pain. And so if you think about that, if you're in pain, if you're in a situation where you don't think you can cope, entertain yourself. Remember the rat story. Entertain yourself. Do something creative. Go play a game. Go play putt-putt, miniature golf, whatever you call it. Go do something to entertain your brain so you're not thinking bad stuff. And you'll be amazed what that does for you. And so the most incredible thing, and the reason why I call this coincidence with a question mark, is I never go down that aisle because I don't buy cool drinks, pop and sodas and stuff, because I have a soda stream. I think it's the first time in my life that I've picked up a bottle of Zero in the store and wanted to drink it immediately. But if I hadn't done those two things, it wouldn't have made me stop and talk to Lorne. And I wouldn't have heard the story about the incredible amount of theft there is out of grocery stores. And I wouldn't have heard the story about the rats and the choices that they make. See, coincidence? I don't think so. This is dear Mama Sal saying, my brain said, go down this aisle. My brain said, get some Coke Zero. My brain said, go ask for permission before you open it. All those things were going on in my brain, and they were all contrary to what I would normally do, and I was supposedly in a hurry. Wow. Imagine I would have missed all of that if I hadn't listened to what was going on. Amazing. Look after one another, but most of all, listen to the voice in your head. Bye-bye for now.